Good morning and welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. I'm Esther.
And I'm Melanie. And today we're here to dedicate this podcast to reaching a milestone of 1,000 listens. Yay!
Yes, it's been quite a journey since the start of the year, and we are really excited and really happy to have met our first goal. It's not our last, by no means, but our first goal of over 1,000 listens in such a short period of time, because really it's not been that long.
Not really. And I've got to say, we've been helped massively along the way by people who have been following us from the get-go, from our amazing guest speakers who have also been massively supportive in sharing the podcast. But we thought we'd explain, why we started, what kind of analytics we're following, what drives us to do this. That should be an interesting conversation. So why did we start, Esther, in your opinion?
Well, I think we really started in a bit of a bet. It was a bit of a dare, really, wasn't it? That just a throwaway comment. I think you two would be really good at doing a podcast. So we thought, why not? Let's give it a go. But as we sat down to discuss it at the end of last year, we really did just sort of go, right, what is in it for us and what's in it for our audience? Because at the end of the day, if there's nothing valuable going into it, nobody will listen and nobody will get anything valuable out of it. So we needed that sit down and that conversation and that list of let's talk about this and this and this and this and let's get these guest speakers on so that we could have a direction to go in. You might not listen very often to, you might not hear a direction very often in our podcasts, but it is there.
It was meant to be anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's always been about marketing of some description. And myself and Esther, we both have slightly different sides of marketing in that I'm a sole trader, I work on my own, and Esther is an agency, so she's got members of staff, and she also has an advantage of being in different locations as well. Whereas I'm only based in the Republic of Ireland. But so we have different perspectives we can offer, I think, and that's what makes, I hope, what people listen to a bit more rounded.
Yeah, and we also have different platforms that we like to use. So when it's not just a one-sided opinion of, well, I love Facebook and I love the new version of Facebook and I love everything to do with, insert social media platform here or insert marketing tool here. It is, well, to be honest, and there are a lot of things that we overlap on that we do both like, but there is also that I have used some tools, Melanie uses other tools, I use tools for teamwork, Melanie doesn't need that yet, and it's just...
I'm my own team, Esther.
Yeah.
Yay, go my team.
Yeah, go Team Stomp. But it is important for us to give you those different options and those different feedbacks, because if you're a team, then you're going to need other platforms, other tools, other options rather than just for a sole trader.
Well, I think I completely agree with the way we started there, but I think there was also a point where both of us thought we had to diversify as well. We've both done blogging, we've both done speaking, we've both done, we've appeared on other people's podcasts as well.
Yeah.
So, thank heavens that we've had those opportunities. But here was one more opportunity where we could get out there and reach people. And, it's been something that I've thought about, but never actually had the balls to do. And I don't think I could have done it on my own initially. And I'm not sure I could even do it on my own now, to be honest. But, I needed that push, and I think some of our listeners will only listen to podcasts, but some of them will watch Facebook Lives, which you completely point blank refuse to do.
I do, yes.
Yes, so that doesn't help. We can't diversify that side. But I also think they see a more authentic side of us. This is like one 10-minute Instagram story that we put out every Monday. You just can't see any pictures.
Good, because you wouldn't want to see me on a Monday morning. Or any morning. But no, it is. And it's something that we've noticed, that it's the same, well, not the same audience, but it's a similar demographic to what is following us on our social media and on Stomp and on IPA Group, that, it's our audience is, and we thank you, all those females out there that are listening to us in Ireland, the UK, USA. Those are our main audiences, and that's where we're being listened to. And what I enjoy about doing the podcast is that we record it. It gets edited here at IPA Group. Stomp does all the social media. I mean, we have that balance going on as well. But we press a button and it goes to 8 different platforms immediately. Yeah. Okay, so it's hosted on Anchor. We use their free version there, and Spotify has it up within a few minutes most of the time, and that's where our biggest listener base is. People coming in from Spotify, but it's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, loads of different places, and it just gives it that. If people don't want to follow us on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn, then they've got these other platforms to follow us on as well.
I think people also ask us different questions as well, because I can't speak for IPA Group particularly, but I have such a professional persona on my platforms, and the persona that I put across on the Monday Morning Marketing podcast is considerably less contrived,
uptight.
Well, less uptight, yes. And that was the one we agreed on. We decided we were going to be a bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed. We have a hell of a lot more fun talking on this podcast than we would on our own platforms. So I'm trying to convey that in our social media platforms as well, and we have fun. We genuinely do have fun. You should hear the retakes that we do sometimes. They're hilarious. We should do some blooper reels at some stage.
We should. I'll get the editor onto those. But it is and during lockdown, Melanie and I would talk every week, and it was that escape and that getting away from the realities of life and just diving into our podcast and being able to just escape for those 10 minutes. And, when we're recording these, it's not just 10 minutes that we record. We talk before, we talk after, we talk in between sometimes, but it is just that support for each other and for our businesses that has been fundamental to us in these last few months. It's been a real godsend. Just really, really helpful.
And I've got to say, the comments we've been getting and the Google My Business reviews, we're so grateful. We're so glad you're getting something from it and you're enjoying it. And, please send in your voice messages or any messages you want to send in to let us know what you'd like us to talk about next. If you've got any suggestions on guests, we've had some real interesting ones, I've got to say. And just keep us surprised of how you think we're getting on. We don't always have to listen.
But some things that I get asked a lot is how easy it is to start a podcast and why people should start a podcast. And I don't think it's a platform that everybody needs to be on, or that everybody's business will thrive on. But it is really easy to get started. If you have a good mic and a good computer with good internet. Yes. You need, otherwise it'll just be buffering the whole time. But you can start with really, really, really limited equipment and just build up from there. Find your voice and speak out. It might not even be something to do with your business. It could be a social topic that you're really interested in, but just find your voice if you feel that podcasting is for you.
And you will get better with time.
We have. I hope.
Well, I think so. I feel very uncomfortable listening to our first few podcasts now. The sound quality wasn't great because we were just using our headphones through Zoom. It was okay, but then we bought slightly pricier mics and they were okay, but then they didn't work very long. And then we bought even more expensive mics, and I've got to say I'm really happy with mine now.
Speak for yourself. I only needed to buy one. I got it right the first time.
Yeah, whatever. But no, it's been a bit of a godsend. It really has. It's been a genuine release for both of us to get this opportunity to pass on what we know. And, you know, the feedback has been terrific. And we just want to say a massive, massive thanks for your amazing ongoing support. And we are not going to shut up yet. We've got a lot more topics to discuss.
And a lot more guests coming up. So here's to the next 1,000 and beyond. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.